Hello there, this is Andrew Smith on day 10 of my 40-day fitness challenge, and today I'm just going to share with you the outcomes of today's training, and I'm also going to explain why I have sometimes on my program these highlighted training sessions. So today is Wednesday. My planned exercise sessions were a run, and then my afternoon planned session was body pump or some form of conditioning. So this morning I went out and I ran 8 3/4 miles in 68 minutes. So it's a relatively slow pace, but I've sort of justified it because I was taking it a little bit easy. I'm still in recovery mode a little bit from the Edinburgh Half Marathon, which was just over a week ago. My plan is to push a little bit harder on Friday, do a slightly shorter run at higher intensity. The other reason why I decided to ease off a little bit here was because, if you recall, yesterday I had a very good bike session in the morning, and I wanted to kind of, as I say, save some of my energy for tomorrow's bike session, but also looking to push a lot harder on my Friday shorter high intensity run. One thing I didn't mention yesterday was these yellow highlighted sessions on my program, and basically if I make any amendments or there's anything noteworthy, then I'll highlight them. So Monday was scheduled my long run, and as I've just mentioned, I'm still in recovery mode. So what I decided to do was do that session on a treadmill, or do part of that session on a treadmill and then kind of support it with some additional cardio. So I actually only did 10 kilometers on the treadmill, but because I wanted to keep my endurance capacity up for that session, I also did some additional cross trainer work. So I've highlighted that, and then underneath I've got these boxes at the bottom where I make a note as to what I've done differently, again, so that I can refer back to it at a later stage. So it says Monday, easy 10-kilometer run on treadmill, 52 minutes, plus easy cross trainer recovery, 28 minutes, really just to make up my hour and 20. Now today my session was due to be body pump or body conditioning, and again my slight modification there is I've done 30 minutes cardio plus 30 minutes of conditioning. Now the other key thing that I've done here is highlight which muscle groups I've worked on the Wednesday, so that I can then work different muscles during my next conditioning session. Just one other thing that I wanted to just mention briefly really was, you can see on a lot of these days I'm planning on doing 2 sessions. Tuesday 2 sessions, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 2 training sessions, and there's one thing that makes this possible really without experiencing chronic fatigue and that type of thing, and it all comes down to diet and nutrition. Pre-exercise nutrition, the nutrition that you take in during longer training sessions, and post-exercise recovery nutrition, and everything that you do structured throughout the day in terms of eating and your diet will have an impact on that later session if you choose to do an afternoon session. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone should do 2 sessions, but some of you will save their workouts for the evening, for example, after work. And there will be people who tend to put sessions off when they're fatigued or when they're tired, and there are ways to counteract that. What I'm going to do today is provide a link below my video just to some information on my blog, which will give you a bit more guidance about nutrition, things like supplementation and post-exercise recovery shakes, so that you can do a bit of research on that for yourself. I'll also provide a link to the Complete Health Toolkit so that you can access these training programs for yourself. Okay, thanks for listening.